Hello, everybody.
That's the problem with it being automatic. You can't bend it by a minute or two.
Hey,
yeah,
everyone.
well.
There you are.
Hey, Larsus.
And we are staging ourselves to go and take on the Praetorium. It's a special night, so we actually pre-recorded everything for obvious reasons. It's gonna be a long one, just so you guys know. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Are you ready? I don't know, am I ready?
I sure
Not
hope
only-
so.
Not only am I ready, but Vinoct here is ready too.
Okay, Vinoct, welcome to the Bun Bun crew! Too bad you missed the boat. Or is that airship?
Yeah, airship.
Okay. Excuse me? Let's go have some fun in the Praetorium. The big ending climax to the last 50 levels. Do.
All right,
Very
let's
nice.
do this.
Here we go.
Did you hit record, right?
Record is hit. It is running. It's been running for a little bit now.
Welcome to Popcorn Zone. Mystery Science Theater. Eorzea.
Remember, no talking over talking bits so we can record properly over them later.
Roger that.
So here we are. The ultimate weapon will almost certainly be housed in the depths of the complex.
My dick, my wedge.
This is it, my friend.
I've seen one group that did this. It showed this big dramatic scene of everyone leaving the airship, and it was one max height Vera surrounded by all these Lalafell dressed in traditional Japanese kindergarten rain slickers. Like they were all on a
God.
school trip. It was hilarious!
Yes, it would be.
Oh good, you have tank
dear,
stance
thank
on.
tonight. Yeah. Made me double check it. I know how they like to turn it off.
Yeah.
As I start trying to remember where all the keys are.
You'll be fine.
I don't know. I've got a tank healing for me.
You are the tank!
But Action was the tank and he's healing, so the tank is healing, so...
Freaky Friday.
I didn't do that. Not my fault. Let's go. Freaking a couple more.
Yeah, when I was in here the other night, just unsyncing it on Zarin, the music is actually really impressive. You just never hear it over all the combat.
Yeah. And this isn't a theme you hear elsewhere.
No, it is unique to this place.
And there's also a magic tech terminal.
It's like, dang it, now I want this soundtrack too.
We'll get to it, because this should be the main soundtrack number 2, effectively.
I like the fact that it actually shows the gunships firing. Oops, gotta move.
Okay, now that one I haven't seen.
Yeah, they're way up and off to the right.
Oh yeah, I see 'em.
There's 2 of them, and you can actually see them light up their firing guns.
That is a great attention to detail that everyone misses.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The number of things they put in this that everyone needs.
They're too busy resetting their computers to get to the next boss.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, there goes the tower!
We
And there
weren't
it
using
is,
it
down
anyway.
way on the floor now.
Yep.
Wait, did we do that?
No, I think the airship did that in trying to get to us.
Not the one I wanted. This was.
I really hope they insured this place.
It's going to be a heck of a write-off.
When we're done with it, there ain't gonna be
Downstairs?
much left.
This was the plan all along.
Oh, this is the problem with having heroes invade your base. There's never much left of it after heroes are done.
Yeah, they have blood insurance.
Now, before you go through, I want to point out something.
Okay.
This is gonna be the first time I've ever fought all these monsters.
Yeah, normally people just
Everyone just,
pull
like,
everyone from the
hightailing it
front
to the
door
transporter.
all the way through here, and then use the teleporter, just leaving everyone else there, leaving Sprouts dead on the teleporter.
Yeah, that pretty much happened to me.
Yeah.
Stayed behind and sacrificed myself for a little bit. Like, I'll take the aggro. Run.
Yeah, if you come over here and look this way, look at all those armor bays.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
And it's
Right.
all around the ring.
Okay.
It's all the Magitech armor.
Yeah.
Probably just
In other words, crunch all you want. They'll
Well-
make more.
Yes. Yes.
Man, these guys need to stop dropping things all over the place. They're just littering. Ooh, City. Gaius.
Ah, Sid, my boy. You are late. There is something I always meant to tell you, yet the time never seemed right. It concerns your father.
What of him?
In the winter of his years, Midas came to abhor his part in Meteor. He told me that he wanted nothing more than to wash his hands of the whole sordid business.
But he did not wash his hands of it. He helmed the project until the day it killed him.
Come now, Sid. You must know that he did not have the luxury of choice. By the time he realized his error, it was too late. Meteor had him completely in its thrall. Shortly before his transformation, mayhaps sensing that something was amiss, your father confided to me all the regrets of his life, most of them concerned you. Early on in your career, he realized that while you had a talent for devising armaments, it would never fulfill you. Long before you knew your own mind, he saw that you would be far happier with using your knowledge for peaceful purposes. The thought touched him. He was a changed man for it, though he could not let it show.
You blew holes in this place just so you could say this to me? What is it you want, Gaius?
I want you by my side, Sid. Take up your father's mantle and become the Empire's lead engineer. Your destiny.
My father had a change of heart. You said so yourself. Besides, I have long known my destiny, and I assure you, it lies not with the Empire.
A pity. And what of you, adventurer? Will you not consider making common cause with me? With your powers joined to mine, we might do much for this realm. Together, we could bring order to Eorzea and usher in a lasting peace. No, and can I expect no better answer than this? So be it. Your strength that made me proffer my hand in friendship, and it is your strength that makes me proffer now my blade. Save as an ally, you are too dangerous to be let to remain. Run, said, or stay, it makes no matter. You cannot escape the past.
Gaius, wait! Damn it.
Now, when I went and reviewed that, I'm like looking at Gaius's line and going, how much
Talk
did
to me in 3 expansions.
Yes! Holy people, you have one heck of a world book.
Yeah.
Because so much of that makes much more sense in 3 expansions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you completely missed it the first time around. It's like, okay.
Because it doesn't mean anything yet. One thing you know, part of the answer lies actually in the 2.1 through 2.5 sequence, but you haven't even seen that yet. By the way, he's trying to hurt me.
He does that.
I just thought I'd let you know.
Emphasis on the try part.
Maybe knocking me around a bit. I mean,
Yes,
I've
I've
had
noticed.
worse. Or at
You know
least,
how
or at
hard it
least
is to do
Riley has had
positionals
worse.
when you're being knocked around?
So you're saying X-Death is his hero?
You get it.
Knowing Gaius, he is headed for the ultimate weapon. If we find him, so too will we find our quarry. With these instruments, we can monitor every nook and cranny in the castrum. I think it's time we divided our forces. Pray go on and give chase. I'll track your movements from here and guide you through the complex. We'll stay in contact via link pearl. Be careful, alright?
We'll do our bun best, Sid. Okay, everyone on the elevator.
And bring a snack. This could take a while. I don't think this is it yet.
Not yet.
Nope, not yet. a little punch happy there.
I'd be scared if you weren't.
Yeah, these monks ain't pacifists.
Oh dear, that
You'll
looks
need
kind of
proper
hard.
firepower to blast through that. Try and find another path to the armor bay. Oh. Hi, Mr. Colossus.
I've got a funny feeling for Endwalker, there's going to be a lot of movement mechanics involved. Just by the way they're presenting, everyone gets new movement stuff.
Yeah.
Dodgeball rules. Yep, dodge, duck, dive, and dodge.
The one I'm happiest about is they're finally taking Onslaught, which is the warrior charge, off the beast gauge.
Oh, nice.
And they need to stop dropping stuff all over the place.
What are you talking about?
There
They're
ought
not
to be an
dropping it.
identification key reader
Rifling through their
nearby.
pockets looking
You
for
need to complete
vocabulary.
pilot registration before you can activate an
That
armor.
Log clearly says.
Well, would you look at this? I found just the unit for you,
Let's
Rena.
make sure
I'll send the
everybody
identification
gets it.
data
I
to the
made this
terminal.
mistake
You can
last
use
time.
that to activate her.
We got the first time we did this, we got yanked completely from this point to the next point.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And it left us so disoriented with how the ending worked, I almost left the game. The main reason why I'm still here after, almost 5 years?
Something like
It's
that.
because of our healer. Ooh, merchant. Well, looky who we see.
I'm gonna get a little cramped since we're all taking the same one, though.
Yes, but you know this one. This is Maggie.
Ah, there she is. I trust you recognize our old friend Maggie, was it? They must have shipped her here from Sentry. Considering all she's been through, it's a wonder she's still operational. Tough old girl. Now that you're suitably armed, you can blast open that bulkhead. The external walkway will take you back there. Follow it till you come upon a way down to the lower level.
Yay, we get Maggie back. Sorry we had to abandon you, old girl. Yeah, these guys never know what hit them.
Nothing like a squadron of magic armor.
Makes you wonder why they bother with some of the other mechs. The way they're going down. There.
another elevator.
They love their elevators, those Garleans.
1, 2,
Okay, beat stairs. Yeah, Shinra. Shinra loves their stairs.
Shinra loses.
Now, I find it interesting. They say this is the proto-arm. But you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the legs of a certain boss in Omegascape. Remember, don't get too close.
Yeah, I tried that already.
Ow.
See?
Hey, hurt me.
It's just kind of flailing there.
I'm wearing this suit.
We got our stumpy boots on.
Pew pew pew.
That bulkhead is composed of a special alloy. Extremely tough. Ordinary fire won't leave a mark, I'm afraid. You'll need to divert all power to the Magitech cannon, as I did so memorably once before. As you may recall, the armor's core is like to expire from the strain, but there's no help for it if we want to press on. Now listen well. Press the control. Engage in the distillery, then fire away. Don't mind the warning lights.
Sorry, old girl.
You're a natural at this. Alright, the way is clear, but it's just you and your own 2 feet now, so be careful.
You have been leaving a fine mess in your wake, adventurer.
Is someone there?
Garland, old friend. How it warms the heart to hear your voice again after all these years.
Nero, is that you?
You sound well. It would seem the Savage Land agrees with you.
The highest ranking tribunus of the 14th. Was you all this time?
Tell me, Garland, how long do you intend to keep all the glory for yourself?
What? You've lost me.
Don't play the fool with me. Ever since the Academy, I've been condemned to live in your shadow. By all objective measure, I was more talented of the 2 of us. Yet that fact counted for naught beside your privileged birth. You were admired as a young prodigy simply because your father was great Midas Man Garland. you defected, I felt sure my star would finally rise. By disappearing, you acquired the status of a legend, a reputed genius gaining credence merely by dint of your absence. Instead of cursing you for a traitor, the people actually came to think of you more fondly. This day, you are still the young prodigy of Magitech. I, meanwhile, have ever been made to feel second-rate. I, who have continued to serve our nation faithfully. Whenever I fail to excel, why, it is only to be expected. Yet when I exceed all reasonable expectations, people proclaim that I walk in the footsteps of the great said man Bloody Burland.
Bro, I don't know what to say.
It matters not a whit what I achieve. Your existence has rendered mine worthless. Even Lord von Balesar saw fit to offer you a place at his side, and this in spite of your betrayal. Did he extend any such offer to me, the man who's remained loyal to him for all these years? No, he did not. Long have I endured this injustice, but no more. Lord von Balesar is in the midst of activating the fully powered Ultima weapon. It is my magnum opus, the creation that will win me the recognition I am due. I will not let anyone interfere.
Nero, what are you?
Ever since I first set foot in this benighted land, I've watched you. Every move you have made, every step you have taken. You have felled icons, a feat made possible by the Echo, a peculiar power which shields you from their corrupting influence. It is of little wonder that my lord has taken an interest in you, as have I, if truth be told. It is my desire to harness your power for use in the Ultima weapon. Should I succeed, Lord Van Balesar will surely take notice. Beside this, Garland's achievements will be as child's play. Come, adventurer, and yield to me the secrets of your power.
Nero, the man with the ego the size of Heidelin. We'll never escape him, will we?
No.
Okay, I think we're ready. Are we ready?
Yep.
Yep. Are you ready, Ladonia?
No, we're not. There we go. I was saying his frustration is showing. When all else fails, build a bigger hammer.
Yes.
And that's a pretty big hammer.
It's a gut hammer.
Might even be almost
I
as
have
big
taken
as
the
a veto.
liberty of preparing an electrifying stage for you. It's one of my creations. You might find it a handful.
You're such a punny guy.
A claw the size.
Yeah, where's range DPS when you need it?
Action's green DPS.
Range. Here we go.
Yeah, this particular fight we were kind of feeling the lack of range.
I will lay Garland low, but first I must break you.
I'm feeling ignored.
That's because
He
this
hasn't
thing is
tethered
only
me
tanked to
once.
the tether.
Oh, Senpai noticed me.
will not suffer to be in another shadow.
Do you really want to be noticed by this move, Ty? Oh,
No.
you nailed me good.
That was a heck of a slide.
Out of here.
Yeah, he's sliding all over. I need to get like cleats or something. And Nero, you deal with that for a while.
This changes nothing.
Oh, he ran.
Sadly,
The Ultima weapon is activated, and it brims with the power of icons. Nothing can withstand its might.
Are you sure? My Ditz is pretty powerful.
are you alright? What of Nero? Fled? Damn it. In the instant prior to the blackout, the instruments detected a massive power surge from the deepest chamber. Ice is certain to be there. We have no time to waste. Word arrived from the Alliance a short while ago. It seems the Order of the Twin Adder has completed its blockade of Castrum Sentry. But hands they can spare are hastening this way even as we speak, and likewise for the Maelstrom. All that's left is to destroy the Ultima weapon. I should warn you, the chamber which houses the target appears to be saturated with etheric energies. There's bound to be heavy interference. But even if we lose contact, you must go on. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do, alright?
No guarantees. Sorry, Sid.
Yeah. Sadly, Nero is just sequel bait.
Yeah, he's the smartest of the Gurlians so far. He actually knows to run.
There is something to be said for that.
Action, you still with us?
Yep. My cutscenes. Staring at phone.
Remember,
Okay.
everyone needs to stay on the elevator before we activate it. Uh-oh, someone activated it.
Look for the lift's control panel. It'll be somewhere nearby. Take the lift down, and you should find yourself in the chamber of the Ultima weapon. Keep your eyes peeled. Gaius could be waiting for you down there. Oh, and don't even think about God. You're too bloody useful. The interference is getting worse. I don't think the connection will last much.
Tell me, for whom do you fight? How very glib. And do you believe in Eorzea? Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead. though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well at Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, every one. Except for this, and you will see how Eorzea's fate is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Swan, to grovel at their feet? The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak.
He's like completely power tripping, isn't he?
Knowing this,
Yeah, just a bit.
a single path is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, but none among you has the power to stop me.
Yeah, you left the platform without me. Oh no! And action.
Yeah.
Oops.
I just barely got onto it myself.
Oh, we're here
Uh,
now.
Hi. Actually, it
This is a
says,
really...
it says you all spawn here once that's activated.
It didn't. We had to take a shortcut.
Yeah.
This is a really long elevator ride.
Yeah. Elevator boss.
Ow! You hit me.
Sorry. Yeah, he's just kind of bouncing around a bit.
He's just gonna stand in the middle of the poo and fire at people, isn't he?
He's not bleeding from it. There we go.
Blue poo meister.
I know that spell.
Oh, he punted you good. He ran the face.
Yeah. Ow, get away from that. Don't want to be in front of that.
Well, that's where that mechanic comes.
Yeah. Apparently a common Durlian technique.
Never seen him do it before. He's usually dead for a couple minutes by now.
I have not thought to be so hard pressed. Your strength is most impressive. Such power befits a ruler. Yet, you lack the resolve to put it to proper use. The waste.
I'm sorry, but I'm too ditzy to rule.
You're just gonna let him walk away? I guess we are.
I'm smart enough to know that I'm not smart enough to do what he thinks I should be doing.
Mapping the realm. He starts talking to it through a watch.
Allow me then, hero, to do that which you will not.
That may not be any better.
First we go down, then we go
Bear
up.
witness to the true power of the Ultimo weapon.
Not even using the service elevator. You all
Elevator
here?
off!
Everybody have their fingers and toes?
I'm good.
Okay. Excuse me, Mr. Weapon. We need to have a few words.
Yeah, he likes action.
Yeah, he sure does.
He wants a piece of the action!
I'm not even... Wow, what the heck? Provoke health bud. Actually, what kind of Wheaties are you eating? Senses on, thank you. No, no, no. Over here. Pay attention. Over here. Ow. You know, provoking it may not have been my best choice. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, this should be Groot as well.
Yeah, okay. Right. That's right.
He's just playing Summoner.
No, actually he's not. Not supposed to become Groot.
He's calling forth all the energies that he ate earlier.
Yeah, but it's not working right. Note what Gaius is saying. We'll have to record it or something.
Oh, yeah.
Using the abilities is when they
Yeah,
actually
he's
show
lost
up if
his
there's
wings.
trouble. Yep.
So, are we gonna Titan or Ifrit next?
Titan next, I think, since he keeps using Titan's abilities.
Yep,
Yeah.
there goes Titan. Want me to
Yeah,
dump the
we're
limit
slowly
break?
depowering it. Yeah, sure.
I didn't have it on my monk bar. I'm an idiot.
Well, we knew that. You're at least you're a ditz.
There we go.
That's Ifrit's power.
And there goes Ifrit. Bye-bye, Cousin If.
Yeah, I actually kind of remember that from the first time we did this.
All powerful. Why does my enemy still stand?
Oh, his spot's no longer glowy.
Can her strength truly be so great?
I don't know about my strength, but my dizziness, yep.
That confounds you. Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal she bears.
So, this is what empowers her.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light. And so it shall, for the Ultima weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
Hareband, what have you done?
No more more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Eorzea.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. And from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Well, that made a mess of the neighborhood.
Just a little.
I really hope
Property
the
values are
Garland,
going to go down.
I really hope the
My car
Garlands
was
took an
parked over
insurance
there.
plan for this place.
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Oh, Hydaelyn. It seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Belsar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
So, I have a question.
Only one?
Action Senpai, who the freaking freak is Sabik?
Yeah, that's my question.
Because as far as I know, this is the only time Sabik is ever referenced.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Given everything, the likelihood is it's all the way back from the ancients. So interesting.
Well, I'm ready to put my fists through that thing. What about you guys?
Let's
I
do
think,
this.
I think you'll hurt your fist.
I don't know. I've got the power of Ditz on my side.
Here's hoping that's enough.
Can't hurt it.
Ah, big fat tacos. Stand there. Such wonderful boy.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Incoming! He just tried to drop a dreadnought on us!
Somebody want to take care of those bits?
Working on it.
Thank you.
Heads down.
Oops, another bomb coming out.
That's all pummeled to bits.
First appearance of that mechanic.
Tank purge. Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, I'm getting purged. Oh, Ultima. Yeah, I don't think that needs to go off. We can do without it.
I heard a ding in there.
Level up. So that's 251s.
No! No, no, no! Yeah.
Did someone lose his magical boy charm?
The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm. The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead the people astray. Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken. You of all people must see the truth in this. You who have the strength to rule.
Uh-oh. I think we need to get out of here.
Might be a good idea. That looks unfortunate for the neighborhood. And the neighborhood's already unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
And that's no better.
You're not helping, think, Brea.
Pathetic. You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon. The ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man. The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition. Know you the root of this corruption? Hydaelyn. Like a parasite, she must be burned out if the planet is to recover. And naught but the return of the one true god will ensure her complete excision. Yet, to pave the way for the Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about. And that will necessitate the presence of the primals. Needless to say, both you and your scion accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor. You will not leave this place alive.
Uh-oh, someone's tumbling.
Flame was extinguished. Bringer of light.
So much of this makes so much more sense now.
Yes.
Yeah, they shove a lot of things at you that they haven't fully explained, if they've explained at all.
Ooh, I never noticed that. The crystals surrounding us for protection? I'm out of here.
Nope.
Oh, he's just gonna stand in the dark too, isn't he?
We should be getting used to this by now.
Action can keep up with it. Maybe not. Ow!
That looks like it hurt.
A little.
Oh, exactly an hour.
And back where we began, so to speak.
If thou wouldst pierce the shadows, make thee a blade of light.
Oh man, I'm gonna pummel him so good.
What?
fight. Please. Never.
Oh, that was fun.
Thank you very much. And I fear as soon as we hit the exit, we're going to go smack into ending credits. So.
We'll see.
You guys have fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yay for light party. I'd hate for it to be a dark party.
I think I'm gonna hop on.
Okay, thanks for
Night
joining
action.
us.
Yeah. Many thanks.
Congratulations.
Yes, we have won the game.
For now.
Have a great night.
That Mammoth Core has been the best thing ever.
And all I do is a stoic nod.
I think Tancred's going to see a chiropractor after all this.
At the very least.
And so my conquest ends, Cid. In smoke and ashes.
Hear, feel, think. Warrior of light, beloved daughter. The darkness hath fled before the unclosed brilliance of thy spirit. Yet it lingereth still beyond the sight of men, in forgotten corners of the world. In the depths of the abyss yet resideth the Dark One, watchful ever, till this evil be cast out. Never shall the world know aught but a passing peace. Yet for the present, a gentle light shineth o'er the realm of Eorzea. With thee at its heart. From sparkling moat shall it swell to glorious sun, and all the world shall bask in its warmth. Blessings and joy be upon thee. Go forth, my child, and be as a beacon of hope for Eorzea and the lands beyond through all the days of thy life.
My lady, all Twin Adder units have fallen back to the outer perimeter.
The Flames have completed their withdrawal, General.
Admiral, all hands accounted for. still in there.
Sid, has there been no word?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Damnation!
She's going to make it, I know she is.
Ida is right. We must have faith.
Sid, can they not be evacuated aboard the Enterprise? That adventurer and the Scions are as the Warriors of Light reborn. We cannot abandon them to their fate. Not...
I wholeheartedly agree, but flying into the midst of that would only add to the fireworks.
There must be something we can do.
Please, Mother Heidelin. Please light her way through the darkness.
Look into the light, my child. If thou would see thy companions returned safe to thee, reach out to them now.
There!
Oh!
Our Warrior of Light.
Yes! The hero returns!
Look! Thancred is with her!
Thank the 12!
Thank
Okay, that was a
Heidelin.
nice bit.
Welcome home.
Spinning pizza wheel.
Ah, there's a place we're going to get acquainted with.
You almost got us killed that one time, remember?
Now, we both know that was your fault.
Thank the 12 we're safe.
Mind your horns there, man-bull.
Mayhap when you mind your manners.
Though the crystal that bound Thancred is no more, I doubt we can say the same of La Habrea. And even if we could, we know that he is not alone. Confounded Ascians. Their god may be unknown to us, but their zeal is unquestionable. Suffice it to say, it would be folly to assume that they no longer pose a threat. Nevertheless, for now, we must savor what peace we have won, however ephemeral. Do you see, Grandfather? Our first step towards realizing the dream for which you gave your life.
Friends, the dread night of Imperial tyranny and Ascian machination is ended. A new day now begins in Eorzea.
True to their name, The Scions of the Seventh Dawn, along with our champion, have delivered us from darkness.
Let their shared victory serve to remind us of our shared history. And let their bravery in the face of adversity inspire future generations.
Doubt not, the realm will need bravery in the days to come. Old rifts threaten to divide us within our walls, while hordes of beastmen claw at our gates. And though the Black Wolf be slain, the rest of the pack remains. Yet no foe need we fear, so long as we stand as one.
So long as the Scions stand for peace.
So long as our champion stands fast. For there exists no adversity over which we may not jointly prevail.
No longer can we turn a blind eye to the suffering of our allies.
No nation stands alone. If one should fall, so shall we all. Eorzea is our shared home. For any one of us to know peace, so too must our neighbor.
Just as we join in solidarity before you this day, so too shall our grand companies be joined henceforth to strive not only for the good of mere nations, but for the good of all the realm.
Change will not come overnight. Yet I foresee a day, not so very far from now, when the lines that divide our lands fade, and all of Eorzea is one.
It has been but 5 short years since the Battle of Cartano. 5 years since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. No victory, however sweet, can wash away our bitter sorrows. No triumph can reclaim those we lost. Yet do not presume you honor them by dwelling on the past. It was not the past they fought for. You would repay their sacrifice by looking to the future.
A future united, as the warriors of light united in the champion.
Now is the time for us to rise as one, bearing all of Eorzea on our shoulders.
5 years ago, Eorzea bore witness to the end of the 6th Astral Era. Now, the 7th Umbral Era draws to a close, yet we come together not to glory in its end, but to mark a new beginning.
Let it be writ that on this day, by the light of the crystal, Eorzea ushered in a new era. The 7th Astral Era is come, and thus is ours a realm reborn.
I had completely forgotten this scene.
Yeah, they just, wow, they piled it on.
Yeah.
But this was effectively the end of not just 2.0, but 1.0.
In many ways. Now, I remember one more scene. Maybe it was actually part of 2.1.
Oh, there's going to be follow-ups.
Okay. Yeah, there would be.
Because while they've closed off some, they've opened doors to others.
Oh yes, and they will be opening more doors in as soon as we decide we've had enough of this and skip the rest of the credits.
But man, their world book is thick and deep, and I have really not found any place except for maybe some of the characterizations for Baelsar's lackeys that further info doesn't break.
Well, I don't think either volume of the Encyclopedia Eorzea is all that thin.
No,
and
they're
there's two volumes out, and that's just what they've released to the public.
Mm-hmm. Now, the encyclopedias do have some spoilers, but they've done it in such a way that you don't need them to know what's going on in the story. Everything is here.
It's pure. Now, you're a fan here. Here, have some more info.
As far as I can tell, research-wise,
Hi, Nero.
That is not true of Azeroth.
It was at one point.
It was at one point, but apparently after they left, if you want to actually know the lore, you have to look to outside paid novelizations and comics and other transmedia narratives.
Yeah.
And to me, that's actually bad storytelling. Here, everything is contained, everything is connected. They knew what they wanted to do, and they dug in deep.
So occasionally, as we were commenting a little bit ago, they don't tell you necessarily everything you want to know about something until quite a while after it happens.
Oh, yeah.
That's an understatement.
Oh, yeah. When I replayed this, I was like, wait, what? They had this all the way back in 2.0?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, here's something you don't get much information on is Odin.
Yep. Those are horns.
Yeah, we do get to see more of Odin the Primal with AR Plus stuff, i.e. the stuff they released between 2.0 and 3.0.
And boy, are we going to have a fun time going through that section.
Yeah. Which, of course, gives you information that's important for Stormblood.
Yeah.
It's like... Hello, Uncle Titan.
Yeah. Look at him. He wants his to-be treats.
Do you blame him? Oh god, it was hilarious last night. Theron was running Circus Tower, and there were like 2 other summoners in there. And lately I've been doing it as Summoner, even though I don't like the current version of Summoner, because Summoner is the only class at level 50 that has a raise that isn't a heal. And considering that lately the Crystal Tower, you can get absolutely superb runs, or you can get complete and utter failings.
Yeah.
I have actually had to raise as Summoner the entire rest of the party on a few occasions.
Ouch.
So I've been playing it more as a backup of, okay, if I'm here and I know what I'm doing, we might be able to pull this out and keep going instead of...
Fuji Fox sighting.
Yes. Instead of it just kind of falling apart and wiping.
Yep.
It doesn't always work.
Reasons why I do Red Mage half the time. Just Red Mage can't do it at 50.
No, Red Mage can't do it at 50. Anyway, there's 2 other summoners who loaded, and they both have Titan out.
Okay.
Titan Iggy, and I'm like, okay. I don't know why you have Titan Iggy out here, but we'll deal with this. So I kind of reached over and I pet one. And the other summoner turned around and goes, another connoisseur! And apparently this summoner spent the entire dungeon run trying to prove that Titan was actually worth something. Oh dear. Because he could literally ignore mechanics with the Titan shield, which you can't do. to a certain level. There's another point where it's like, nope, Titan will not save you. Poof!
Yeah.
And he was doing this as his last hurrah to the Iggy's.
Ah, very good.
Remember that Titan Iggy once lived!
Yes. Celebrate your chicken nuggets.
Yeah. It's when you get groups like that this game really sparkles. And to be fair, that particular run in Circus Tower ran like freaking clockwork.
Oh, very good.
The only thing was is that the first boss, no one did mechanics because it was like, we're too overpowered, why should we do mechanics? Squid! Oh, maybe we should pay attention to mechanics.
You think?
Mechanics are for cars. Kupo! But this was also following a labs run that I had where it literally did run like clockwork. Everyone waited by the line until everyone was in their lanes.
Oh, good.
No one tried to greed on the final boss. The only issue we had, bless their little sprout hearts, was one of the healers, after we finished the second to last boss, turned around, typed "good game" and then disappeared.
Whoops, them.
Because the second to last boss has cinematics in front of it, so a lot of people tend to think that is the last boss when it's not.
Oh dear.
Poor Sprout.
I was like, well, he's gonna be sad in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
When he learns, wait, I have to run that again? Yeah.
Yes. And all of it this time.
But he left so fast, no one could type anything. It was just instant, bam, gone. No loot roll,
That's
no
what
nothing.
you get for being in too much of a hurry.
It was kind of hilarious. Everyone was like, wait, what happened? I was like, the guy left because he thought it was the last boss. They're like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
Such a bummer. Well, unless you need me for anything else, I'm gonna head on out.
Yeah, it's late for you. Thank you very much for coming and helping with this.
Of course.
I don't think there's any more elevators in our immediate future, so we should be safe.
Nanamo El Namo is waving you good night.
Yes. Yes. Thanks for coming along. It's been grand.
Alright, good night.
I'll be honest, I honestly thought we were going to have our biggest problems with the Ultima weapon, and...
No.
I guess we're just too used to this game now.
A little of it? I mean, they were... you can see, okay, yeah, I've seen this mechanic before, much later. They introduced several new things in that fight that they have kept.
And of course, a lot of the stuff he was doing early on were things we saw in the mechanics for the initial...
For the primals, yes. Because he was using all the primal powers.
And we were bleeding it out of him.
Yep. Or Heidelin was.
The only thing lore-wise that I've always questioned and never gotten a clear answer of is why does summoning primals deplete Heidelin? What's the connection there?
Yeah.
There is obviously connection.
It might be she's just back connected to the world and maybe is helping keep the world, give the world its current shape and form. So anything that bleeds out, massive parts of the land's aether, which primals do, basically tap into her.
That is also possible. The other lore question which maybe with Endwalkers will be answered, but we don't know yet, is the fact there are a few spots around Eorzea that are effectively gaping voids into nothingness. It's not like they're bottomless pits, and the fact that they do have a bottom, we just can't see it because it's so far down. No, apparently they are truly into nothingness and have aether currents running through them.
Yeah.
There is one in North Shroud going between North Shroud and Corythus.
Mm-hmm.
There's one that splits Corythus in half, which the bridge, the Arch of the Faithful, which is the main entry into Ishgard, is one of them.
Yep.
And
also, there's another one in Thanalan.
There's one in Thanalan.
That's what the High Bridge goes over, because that's bottomless.
This is true. There is also another one in a zone the Buns have not seen yet, which is the Azum Plains.
Yeah.
Which there's interesting lore there, but we don't want to get into because that's a little too spoilery, too far off in the future.
2 expansions away.
Yeah, and considering it's taken us over a year to get to this point.
2 years.
Oh God, has it been 2 years since we've started this?
No, once a week, and we're into the hundreds.
Yeah, this is
a year is 52 weeks.
This is episode 110. Is what we're recording right now.
Discounting any possible missed weeks. The 2-year anniversary should have been 104. Yeah, I am kind of hoping that the process of getting through 2.1 through 2.5 will go a bit faster. The fact that we... Gee, thanks!
Oh, I'll preface that after you finish your statement. Go on.
But the fact that we won't be playing continual catch-up on levels for some time to come will help. Because that was one of the things slowing us down a bit. We had to keep stopping for extra dungeon runs to get our levels up. And now, everything is 50, and everything will be 50 for what we need to be for the entirety of 2.1 through 2.5. And it will take some time for the Heavensward levels to catch up to what we hit by the end of 2.5.
Also, to be fair, we did kind of drag our feet to go into Castrum Meridianum and Praetorium.
Yeah. We might have actually hit it more or less on the 2-year anniversary without that.
Sorry, I was hoping beyond hope. But yeah, apparently when they did 1.0 and were building up to the server destruction to make way for 2.0, they had an insane release schedule for content.
Yeah, wow, yes.
And they tried carrying that same schedule for 2.1.
Oh, really?
Yes!
No. Vocal recording director, Ernie Roth, that was for Answers, which they were just giving the credits for. Ernie Roth is the guy in charge of the Distant World concert series.
Oh!
And of course is the brother of, what's his name, Roth, I can't remember his first name, who's in charge of a New World concert series.
And the New World's the one we saw last January, right before the shutdown.
Right.
My birthday
So he was involved in doing the vocals for Answers, the original version.
Interesting. That would make sense.
So yeah, he's been involved in this for a bit.
Yeah, after they finished all the stuff for 2.1 through 2.5, they were like, can we back off a little on the content so we can actually like do other things, like work on the expansion?
Yeah.
So that's why all the stuff between the other expansions is a lot more manageable, and why they ended up having to go in and edit a lot of the fluff stuff out of post-AAR.
Yeah.
There was some really interesting stuff, but it was just too much to wade through to get to the next expansion.
Yeah, because we took forever getting through that section. I'm hoping the buns will not take quite that much time. Of course, not doing the relics will shave about 90% of the time right there.
Yeah, oh my gosh. The relics are such a grind.
Especially the 2.0 relics.
People complain about the relic grind right now for the end of Shadowbringers, and I'm like, yeah, it's bad. I'm just kind of like flouncing my way through it lazily, but it's nothing in comparison to the 2.0 relics, and everyone's like, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
That's a nice group shot.
Yes, it is. That's just about everybody.
We're missing one person, and she was also missing from the climatic bit near the crystal. Alysae.
True, because Alysae is not part of the Scions at this point. Only her brother.
Exactly. She is split off to go her own way. We will catch up to her soon. And okay, visuals are over. Shall we skip the rest of this?
You're great design music group, but we need to like finish this sometime in our lifetime, so
Yes. Okay, I am skipping.
Oh, and for those who don't know, this particular section, the Meteor Survivors, these are all the players who stayed with the game during 1.0 till they turned the servers off.
Yeah.
Bless their hearts. If it wasn't for them, there would not be a 2.0.
Well, they sure helped it. Okay. Shall we skip this as well?
I just did. Oh, look, another special thank you menu.
Oh, wow. Oh, yes. Yeah, they don't do all of this later. It's usually just one thing to skip. Okay, yes, special thanks, very much. Very good. Oh, Yoshitaka Mono Artist Office. Yes, very good. Anyway, yes, thank you very much. Thank you all very much. We're skipping you anyway. Yeah, back here.
What is it with her butt window? Ah. Oh no, here we go again.
Cloud moment.
What is it?
That roar. It can't be.
Did you hear that?
There's no time to spare.
Where is it coming from?
Dread tidings, chaos and carnage! It is an abomination! A primal has awakened!
A very loud primal.
Mm-hmm.
as Bahamul move.
One Azaz move star.
Fanza lokpai ki hats Aldorn Zur, Ukdorn. We next starve Chemuv. They only cause the pause right ball. Alpha Post. Ako Thasai Zuvon.
Beyond getting the applause here, I think we're going to have to wait talking to everyone to next week, because this is definitely going
By the way, your audio's bleeding through. Actually, I think that's my audio. Let me turn that off. There we go.
I just muted mine. I thought there was still a little bit after that.
Yeah, they gave you all that all at once.
Yeah.
Now, after that, they've started putting in this little thing of warning you when they were going to dump a whole bunch of cinematics onto you and to make sure you set enough and time off, because, let's be honest, it would be really easy to skip that because I've got 15 minutes to play. Let's go through the ending!
Yeah.
And they drop it off right here in the middle of the Waking Sands. We do want to do just enough to complete and get our quest complete. And there's a reason for this. But first, yes, I'm happy to be here too. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you.
Yes,
Arnvold,
thank you.
what do you have to say?
Arnvold? One day I hope to become a hero to the people like you. A hero like Abba and all they were to me.
You will. Believe in yourself. Biggs?
Watching you live the life of a free adventurer has helped me realize that I can't keep putting off my dreams forever. I've been talking with Wedge about opening a workshop, independent of Garland Ironworks. Maybe in Vilbrand, I don't know. Working with the chief is great and all, but someday I want to build my own enterprise, you know?
Wedge?
You're an inspiration to us all, Adonia, Rena. An honest-to-God's hero that never gives up, never gives in. And neither will I. I'll win Tartaru's heart. See if I don't.
You go, little Wedge!
Yeah, I'm
Sid?
afraid we'll see you don't. I think we could all...
No spoilers.
I think we could all do with a good rest, don't you? I know I could. I still haven't had time to think about everything that happened. About Nero and Gaius.
Father Illud?
We held a vigil at the church until word came of your success. I cannot express to you how relieved I am by your safe return.
And the three merchant brothers? Brent?
I reckon a lot more folk will take up adventuring after hearing about what you've done. Brave men and women all hoping to become the next Ladonia Frith. At least I get to brag about having met the original, eh?
Brennan?
Ha! You sure gave those Imperials what for. I knew you were something special, Adonia. And you too, Rena.
And Bremont?
You've come a long way since I first saw you running around the Waken Sands.
And way in the back. Durstrel?
By the gods, to think that this ragtag band of idealists could lay the 14th blow to the tale straight from a storybook. I imagine my former associates would find it most appealing. After all, what young ruffian hasn't at one point fancied himself a hero in the making? I think I may bring more than a few recruits back with me from the Twelveswood.
Thank you. Ida? We all decided to give you a special surprise welcome, just like the ones in heroic epics. Your story took many twists and turns, but you managed to get the happy ending. Let's hope for more happy endings to come. Yeah, I'd like that too, Yida. Papalimo?
3 more and counting? Oh, a new era has begun. On such a momentous occasion, I find it good for the soul to tie up loose ends. What would you... what would I suggest you do? Why, the same thing you always do after accomplishing a task. Report to Menphilia. It ends where it begins, my friend.
Thancred?
I realize I've been the cause of tremendous consternation, and for that I deeply apologize. But you haven't time to waste chatting with me. Menphilia is expecting you.
Yustola? Welcome back, Warrior of Light. We, all of us, prayed for your safe return. The 7th astral era has dawned, setting in motion a myriad of new beginnings. I suspect our path will diverge for a time. Have you said your farewells to the Scions?
It won't last long.
Urianger?
The land my master sheltered from oblivion hath been delivered unto a new beginning by the hand of the Warrior of Light. Thus doth history mark the passing of an era. The dawn doth brighten the sky, and shineth over this nascent age of hope. And though the clouds gather to mute the sun's rising glory, I would walk far with thee under its gentle glow.
And enter the Solar. Oh, there's Alphino. Hey, Alfie.
Where men go as one, there is life, and where there is life, there is cause to hope. The light of hope shines brilliantly within you, Ladonia. Rena, I only wish my grandfather were here to see it.
We kind of wish we could see him too. He sounded like a great guy. Pity we never met him.
Yeah.
And Menphilia. The Archons have conducted a primary investigation into the origins of the roar that rang out during the celebration. Their findings strongly suggest that a new primal has appeared. The roar generated a distinctive wave pattern in the aether, a pattern observed only once before in history. 5 years ago, to be precise. I should like to think it was mere coincidence, yet we cannot discount the possibility... Well, I trust I need to say no more. A great sacrifice, we have delivered Eorzea from the threat posed by the Empire and the Primals, and thereby secured peace. We cannot allow the realm to be plunged into chaos once more. You have given your all for our cause, risking life and limb on I know not how many occasions, yet our struggle continues, and we need you now no less than before. Please continue to stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm, of this very star. Armor identification key.
Yes.
And a Fantasia.
Yes. Just in case you find your newfound notoriety too much and you want to escape from it all by looking like someone completely different.
Mm-hmm.
You can now fly while mounted in La Eorzea, Thanaland, the Black Shroud, Corythus Central Highlands, and Mordona.
Oh, Urza's going to be so happy.
Yes. Warrior of Light. No, I don't need the flying mount tutorial, thank you.
And Nymphilia, we're going to get back to you later on that one, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Maybe a couple... might be a few weeks.
Yes.
Because actually we have a few things left to do that are technically 2.0.
Yes.
Things that existed in the game, but after the main story, before any later content additions.
Well, I'm stepping outside real quick. As long as we don't shoot the darkness, I think we'll be okay, Live Swing. But
first of all,
just got an armor identification key.
A thin rectangular piece of what appears to be cermet. Placing it near your suit of Magitech armor will magically bring the machine to life. Mount guide. And boy, this one goes on to the favorites list. This suit of Gurlian developed Reaper-class Magitech battle armor has had its original control systems purged and replaced with a new modified core built by Sid of the Gurland Ironworks. Time to put on the stumpy boots.
Oh, we'll definitely come back, but we have 2 new quests here.
Yes.
This one is new.
Yep.
That opens up New Game Plus, so if we ever want to replay any of the stuff we've played before, we can do so.
As if it didn't take long enough the first time. Think some happy thoughts.
I'm heading towards the Waking Sands.
Towards where?
Sorry, not the Waking Sands. The Quicksand. All the sand in the desert. I can't keep it all straight. Well, our current plan is next week we will be able to do the FF14, FF15 crossover event. And I have just enough MGP down here to actually purchase that neat car thing that just flew by. And once that is done, we will start opening up primals and dungeons for hard mode. That was all in the original patch 2.1.
2.0.
Or 2.0. You're right.
Yeah, it's
and
the 3 hard mode primals.
Once we do that,
one dungeon. Which dungeon was it? Right, Amdapur Keep. And we're gonna have to figure out doing the first part of Bahamut.
Yeah, the Binding Coils of Bahamut. Because that's actually really important.
Yeah. Another thing that a lot of people end up missing, not because they get dragged through it too fast, but because they don't even know it's there.
They do know it's there. The problem is trying to get groups. One of the issues...
And it's not on the duty finder.
It's not on the roulettes.
Well, okay.
So it's really hard to get groups. The main reason why is that they've decided after doing Binding Coils to handle their normal raids a little differently. Now you have raids that are 8-man, and there's 2 modes. There's normal, which includes all the story behind it, and then there's savage, which is the really challenging stuff for players coming in. Binding Coil of Bahamut was savage out of the gate.
Really?
Yes. It was Savage with all these cutscenes in the middle of the run.
Yeah, which also does not help. Also, it was originally these big, long raid dungeons. They've actually split even Bahamut up into pieces so that you tackle it pieces at a time. And occasionally you kind of look at the design and go, why is it working like this? And it's because it used to be part of a bigger whole.
The other thing is that, let me put this way with how savage it is. The version we get now, even if you do it as a minimum eye level, no echo, is easier than when it first came out, because every time it came out, it got patched down in difficulty.
Right.
For each major patch. So...
Now, anyway, we are approaching 11:30.
Yes, it is time to say goodnight. Thank you all for this extra special, extra long episode. We're happy we could finally show you the ending, and finally show you the ending the way Essie kind of intended for people to see it as.
Yes. And next week you get to see us enjoying our retirement as we go buy a car.
Indeed. Ain't that right, Krabby? He's gone. He decided to hide under the table. Okay then. Be safe. Be well. Get a good night's sleep. We hope to see you next week for more Heaven on High on Saturday. We'll be hitting floors 81. Woohoo! Yeah, pray for our souls. And then Sunday, we just outlined our plan on what we're going to be doing. Good night, all.
Yeah, everyone have a great night and a good week.